Thank you so much for being with us and for staying. I'm really, really proud to bring back the director on the stage. Simon, if you can please join me. So I'm just maybe going to ask you a few questions and then we can share with the audience. We just saw the film. You're just half of the director's team. Nana couldn't be with us this time. But I would like to ask you first about the writing process. Since you write and direct the film, I understand, but you can correct me, that Nana writes most of the screenplay and then you interact at some point to bring maybe some of you into the film. So can you talk about like the collaboration from the beginning until you start directing?
Yeah, after the last film, we were discussing what we want to do next, and then usually we talk about different ideas we have, and this one about Nana's, about the family, and which is also close to Nana's family and to her mother, to my mother-in-law. We had really fun talking about it because it's just I think in a way close to what we went through, and in a way, and then we decided to go further with this topic, and then Nana started to write, and then I read it and I say what I think, and and then she's going on, and like that is the first part of the process.
Is it based on your family?
Well, it's not really like.
Where do you fit in that?
No, it's not like really autobiographical, I would say, but still the characters are close to the people around us. So. For example, Lashar, who plays computer all the time at that time, the son of Nana's sister, was exactly like that. So, he was playing all time online poker all night, and you couldn't even talk to him. And so that was, for example, there are these links to the real family.
And the parents?
Parents, the mother, is. Also, different, but I can understand, let's say, Manana.
Okay, I just hope she doesn't see you as so right quite yet. Then can you talk about like the shooting? It was shot in Georgia. You were based in Georgia at the time, or in Germany, or can you talk about the shooting process and the locations?
Yeah, we are living in Tbilisi, and it was all shot there, everything on real locations, and we spent a lot of time with the casting and with the rehearsing, so that's really the biggest part of the work, I think, because 1 year before shooting we were traveling through the theaters and we were starting casting, and this is also a good part where we talk again about the script, where we change maybe things, and with locations also we take a lot of time. For us it's important that the location somehow feels real, and usually the location also brings something into the film. So for example, the family apartment is an apartment where really a big family lives, and we didn't change so much. So when we came there first time, we really felt that there are people lived for decades, and they had also grandmother, and there were so many things in the apartment, which you cannot create it in the same way. You can have a great art director, but it's always somehow a copy, and and then we chose this location, and then the DOP came in, and then the son came in this apartment, he was also inspired. So this is kind of the process we try to, that what comes and what the people we meet and the locations, everything is adding something for the film.
So you just mentioned the director of photography, which I know your film got very good press and good reviews from playing in festival, and was maybe somehow compared to like the new wave of Romanian film, and maybe there's going to be a great new wave of Georgian film. But you used actually a Romanian DP who worked on Graduation, and the interior scene like did remind me of Sierra Nevada, because the family relationship and the close apartment like this where you feel nearly claustrophobic. So can you talk about the choice of the DP and like your interaction with the cinematography?
Yeah, I mean, from the previous film, I mean, we like to work like that with long shots, and that we, when to have a mise en scène, and to really first have the actors moving in the space and rehearsing, and then the camera. So we try not that it doesn't get technically, that everything is natural, and this is very important for us. And this kind of working, I mean, we were looking for somebody who understands that and who has the same idea and approach, and that was basically the main thing. I mean, a DOP who really is always interested in the actors and what he gets from them, rather than putting himself in the foreground.
How did you meet? It's Tudor, right?
Tudor, yeah.
How did you meet him?
I think how did we meet him? I think it was a friend recommended him to us, and then we had just a Skype, and he was in Romania, and we just felt that, I mean, that he's really, we liked each other, and that's why we started to work together.
Sounds good. And my last question would be about the main actress. I believe it's her first feature film, but she's done a lot of stage and I think maybe singing. So she's perfect in the role, and I can't believe it's her first feature film. So can you talk about casting her and working with her?
Yeah, Yer is playing in a Ekvtimishvili theater in Tbilisi. So she's really like a theater actor, and this is really her first role in a film. I mean, I think she had like very small parts maybe before, but that's quite unusual, I think, in quite late. And we met her quite early in the casting process, and we really were amazed by her natural appearance in front of the camera. And then we had different mananas, and time passed, and then we met her again like a couple of months later, and we had the feeling that she already kind of got into a little bit into the role, and was a point where we just felt that she's the one.
No, she's amazing. If anyone has any question, we'll take some question. So it's a question about the song at the end credit.
Yes, exactly. You have very good ears.
Can you repeat what it is for everyone?
So the end credits it's sang by Soson Manana, and actually the song is written by Manana, by Ier's mother. She was a famous singer in Georgia, and that was in the rehearsals. Once Ier and Myriad, the Soson Manana, they had a break, and Myriad was playing something on the guitar just to relax, and then they were just starting to sing the song, and then we thought that would be a good song for the end credits.
But does that mean that we're to take that they're back together at the end?
So are we back together?
Well, what do you think?
As a romantic, I think she thinks yes. Yes, sir? So can you talk about the scene where there's a lot of people, particularly like the birthday party, was there a lot of rehearsal, and can you talk about this?
Well, in these scenes, there are no cuts, so that's really like a one take, and that's for us only possible with a lot of rehearsal. So I mean, sometimes we rehearsal like half of the day before we shoot the first take, since the producer gets really nervous, and then we start shooting. But this is the time what we need, because we have to figure out every movement. I mean, where do the actors move with the camera? So and like a couple of times Tudor run with the camera in some wall or some and because it's just hard to move in the small space, and then even in different rooms, like the family, like the relative scene when Manana comes back home, and there are also a lot of relatives. So that's how we work. Yeah, we rehearse only with the actors. We try to figure out what feels natural for them, what does make sense from the dramaturgy, and then comes the camera in. Then again, we have to do it with the camera and change things, and then we shoot.
Yes? So, sorry, so it's a question about the weather and the sound of the wind. Maybe just like the sound in general in the film, too?
Yeah, well, I start with the wind because that wasn't planned. It was just like when we started to shoot in Manana's apartment, we realized that all the time the doors slash and that we freeze because it was cold at night and there was always wind. And it was just like kind of not planned. And then when we shot the dinner scene, that was quite, I mean, not the end of the shooting, so it was earlier, and we really like were amazed about the wind, and we thought somehow that fits to the to Manana's apartment, and we should put it in the film in a way, and that's another example for that things happen during the shoot sometimes or rehearsal, and we it becomes a part of the film. So the sound is very important to us, and also in general, we spend quite a lot of time with the sound, and it really, I think, tells a lot about the inner feelings of the characters.
I mean, but it's just direct sound all the time?
Yeah, it's direct. So I mean, yeah. Usually, later you in the mix. Sometimes you have to add something, but I mean, it's basically it's almost everything original. I remember because the sound guy did really a great job, and he was always putting a lot of microphones outside and inside, and so we had the original wind, both, and we could mix how it was good for the feeling. I mean, the sound also is incredible, and there's pretty much no music except when they sing and at the end. So, the wind is a beautiful moment. Yes? It's direct, yes. Okay. Yeah. The title is a direct translation. Yeah. So, Chemi Benjero Jachi means also my happy family. Yeah. So it's ironic in every language. Well, I think the day before yesterday, the discussion with Nana. I mean, is it ironic or not? Because, then we thought, we understand that you can think it's ironic, and it makes also sense in a way. But when we were thinking about, for us, not so much. I mean, because actually, it's also a deep thought behind it. I think. Because in a way the family, I think, it is a happy family. So if you can eat your cake alone, yeah, I guess. And yes, sir. So it's the importance of music in Georgian tradition and family. I think it's a big part of the culture, and it's very common to sing, and also like at parties or dinner. It happens often that people sing, especially men sing, and so some songs here, what you hear, they are also you can hear them sometimes at party or dinner. Is it something that you have learned too in joining Georgian culture personally? Yeah, of course. I mean, I become more and more Georgian, I think. So if we ask you, would you sing here tonight, or maybe no? No. No, you're not prepared. We'll give you more drinks next time. There was some question in the back, I think. It's hard to see. We have a long light. No? Do you see anyone? Okay. Well, in the front. So, can you talk a little bit about the other thread of the film? I mean, the other side of the family, like Soso's family, which come late in the film. So, can you elaborate on this? So you mean Soso's ex-lover and the son, especially, or? Yes. Well, I mean, for us it was first of all interesting that it comes late into the film and that it's not at the first place the reason why Manana leaves the family. So the reason why she leaves the family, maybe this is a part of it, but she doesn't know it. But it's not only this, and I think this is kind of important. And then, yeah, I mean, I think that tells also something about Soso. I mean, we learn something about Manana, but also Soso was living there for many years, and also he. I mean, everybody managed, I think, if there's a problem, every person managed the problem in his or her way, in a way. And this was, I think, the way of Soso, how he managed the problem. If it's good or not, I don't know, but this was it.
Okay, so you didn't make a judgment, but just a fact, correct?
Yeah, I mean, we try not to judge. We love our characters as they are.
We have time for a couple more questions. Yes, I do see someone here. Yes? So can you talk about the other actors who are also very good, if you have any film experience?
Some of them, yes. I mean, like Soso, he's, I think, one of the most famous like film actors. I mean, he's living in Austria, so he's one of the few Georgian actors who also play in like German or Austrian or also I think some British films, and then other actors like Lamara. She played a lot in films, but all other actors mainly play theater. Also Lamara, so they are really theater actors, all of them. There are also, for example, Rezo, the brother. He's a non-professional, so he's not an actor. So and then some other smaller characters. They are also not actors. They are also non-professional. So it's a mix, but mainly the family. They are actors, and theater, come from the theater.
Is there another question? Okay. Yes?
Why it is not released here?
Well, it's a beginning. So with your help, we could hopefully find an American distributor and release it, because In Bloom was released and we actually played it here. So we're hoping, it's just the beginning. The movie premiered in Sundance and then in Berlin. So we're hoping that it will be released and that people will support the film, which I think is a lovely film, and it would be nice to have more people see it. And thank you for the film.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.